Hello everyone, welcome to this NumPy library video. In this video, we are going to see the NumPy arrays, that how to create the NumPy arrays and some useful attributes of the NumPy arrays. So let's get started. So first we'll see that how to create NumPy arrays of one dimension. So first of all, we have to import the NumPy library, and we can import the NumPy library by giving it an alias name np. So each time when we are going to use the array function of the NumPy library, we will use np instead of NumPy. Now we will take a declared list first, and then we'll just access this list to create the array. So I have taken a variable. First of all, I have taken the list and I have stored that list into the variable a. Now I have again taken another variable which is arr. This is for storing the array inside it. Now you can take any name which you want. Now I'll call the array function, and inside the array function I'll give my list, and then I'm going to print my arr. And when I execute the code, you'll see my array has been printed. Now I have printed my arr variable, that's why it is giving the array. When I'll not print it, when I'll simply call it, you'll see that array is also getting printed, showing that it is a array. Now we can check the dimension of the arrays also by a given attribute which is ndim. Now when we'll execute the code, you will see it is printing 1. Why it's printing 1? Because it is showing that it is a one-dimensional array. Now this was the one way in which we can create array. Now you can give this list directly inside our array function also. That will also get executed. I'll show you how you can do it. You inside this array function, you can just simply directly write this elements or the list. You can directly give the list, and when you execute the code, you will see then also it will be executed. And you can see the dimension also. It is one dimensional array. Now you can see the data type also and the shape size also. So for seeing the data type, that which data type it is, you can simply write d type, and when you execute the code, you will see that it is d type int 32, means each element will have the size of 32. Now you can see the shape also. So the shape of this array is 7, because it is a 1D array. So it is starting from 1 and it's going till 7. So its shape is 7. Now you can see its size also. So obviously it is a 1D array. So it contains only one row and 7 columns, because it is going to 7. So its size will be 7 only. So this was for the one-dimensional array. Now we'll see the two-dimensional arrays, that how to create the two-dimensional array. So again, we can create two-dimensional arrow by creating the list also. So what we are going to do, we will take two inner lists. So here you will see that I have taken one parent list, and then inside the child list, and then I'll take one more child list, and I'll give 4, 5, and 6. And I'm storing it in the variable a. Now I'll again create a arr variable, and then inside this I'll call the array function, and I'll just simply give the my list which is stored in the a variable, and then I'm going to call the arr. And when I'll execute the code, you will see that array of two-dimensional of, you will see that 1 2 3 and 4 5 6 has been printed, and you can see its dimension also. using the ndim attribute, and it will show 2 because it's a two-dimensional array. And again, you can do that. You can just simply give this list directly inside this, and then also two-dimensional array will be get created. I'll show you when you will print this. When you will execute the code, you will see again it is working, and you can see the dimension also. It is two-dimensional array. Now you can see the type also, type of the elements. So it is also of the same type, integer 32. Now you can see the shape. Now this time the shape has been changed because we are using two-dimensional array. So you will see first it is giving 2, and at second place it is giving 3, because 2 is denoting the row and 3 is denoting the column. So here, so when I'll print the ARR also, so you will see that first it is print, you can see that there is 2 rows and 3 columns. That's why it is printing 2 comma 3. So 2 is for the rows and 3 is for the column. Now we'll see the size, that what size it is. So its size is 6 because the total elements present inside our array is 6. You can count 1 2 3 and 4 5 6. Yes. Now there is one more thing. There is one more function which I'm going to show you for creating arrays, and that is very interesting. So I want to show you in this video itself. Now we have seen range for the list. Now in arrays there is a range, and it is more efficient than the range. I'll show you a range. Now this is also same like the range. First you will give from starting, that from what point you want to start, then you'll give the ending, that what point you want to end. Now like the normal range, it is also excluded. The endpoint is also excluded. Means if you want to print till 14, you have to write here 15. And if you want to print till 15, you have to write here 16. And then at last you can give the step. So if you don't want to give the step, then by default it is +1. So suppose when we'll execute the code, you will, so we have to call it also. Now when we'll execute the code, you will see an array starting from 1 and going till 14. And using this you can print odd and even uh, arrays also. Suppose I'll show you. Now I want to start my array from 2, and then I want to end it to suppose 19, and then I want to only the even numbers, so I'll give the step 2, and when I'll execute the code, you will see 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 and 18. So this is also very interesting. So this was it for this video. We'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching the video.